Opportunity employer.
And good morning, Faribault. I am Royal Ross with G&H Properties, and this is the Faribault Coaches Show. I am the sidekick of the ever-famous Gordy Kosfeld, who is with us again today. So great to see you, Gordy. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. The foot's healing very well. Now, if we get some weight on this skeleton, we'll be fine.
Yeah. Folks, he is getting around a lot better. I can tell it. He's getting a little stronger, too, but need a little weight on those bones.
A little more ornery.
Maybe we need to get you some lunch from Janice here. I see you've got a pico tuna salad sandwich right in front of you. I know it's one of your favorites here.
I love them. High in protein.
And it's on what? Is it on the cranberry bread?
No, this is on the 8-grain bread.
Okay, on the 8-grain bread.
The turkey on the cranberry bread is awesome.
Yep. So come on down, folks. Get a nice, great cold sandwich, or sit down, have a hot meal, and then pick up a couple items to go. Like I mentioned last week, they have roast beef dinners, turkey dinners, tater tot hot dish, and one of my favorites, the meaty hash browns. So come on, folks, stop down at Janice, say hi, and get something to go.
Check out the patio.
Yes, she has a patio right next door. You can get your meal and sit out there and enjoy the weather, which today is absolutely beautiful. Maybe a little windy, but beautiful day.
It's perfect tennis weather, and that's our topic today.
Yes. We do have a couple of tennis players in. Before we get to them, I'm going to run through our annual Sportsman Awards because they were given out 2 weeks ago, but with all reasonableness here, we didn't get to them last week because we talked to the guests right up to the end of the show, and that's what we're supposed to do. So I'm going to fit the awards in at the beginning here. Riley Sietsma, Female Athlete of the Year. Riley has competed in basketball and girls softball, where she was all-conference, and also is a volleyball player, and she was captain of all three of those teams. So
she's leading her fast pitch team to Tuesday's elimination bracket final. That's how far they've gone.
Yep, she's a heck of a pitcher.
They knocked off Northfield. They knocked off, I can't remember the other teams that they've knocked off, but they're still alive.
Good deal.
If you're playing after Memorial Day in fast pitch softball, you've had a great season.
Yep. So Riley Sietsma, Female Athlete of the Year. Male Athlete of the Year, Isaac Yetzer. He plays football, wrestling. He was a 6-year varsity wrestler, a 2-time state tourney participant. So good job, Isaac. Way to cap off your high school career with Male Athlete of the Year. We have Joey Steinberg. He won the Bruce Smith Award for both academic and athletic excellence. He 3-time letter winner in football, 4-year participant in track and field, and also a member of DECA, where he was a 3-time international qualifier and a member of the National Honor Society. The kid's got talent and brains. So good job, Joey. Way to go. And then Haley Reavers. She was the AAUW Sportswoman of the Year with excellent in athletics and academics, kind of like the Bruce Smith Award, but the AAUW Sportswoman of the Year. She was a 6-time varsity and 4-time captain on the tennis team. She was an XL nominee for Faribault and a AAA nominee as a senior. And one other person to mention, along with Riley Sietsma, is Cooper Licknam. Award for both Riley and Cooper received an award for 3 sports for 4 years in a row.
Now, Cooper was here for the pole vault. He was here.
Licknam, he played football. He was in wrestler. He was a state participant there, all-state selection, Section 1AA, individual champion, and a 3-year letter winner in track. So both Riley and Cooper, an award for 3 sports, all 4 years of high school.
Yeah.
So outstanding, folks.
Cooper's got the school pole vault record. Now,
yes, he does.
I don't know if they have records in tennis in high school. We'll find out here.
I guess we'll find out. So let's bring in Coach Anderson.
Wins or something? You have an all-time winning list? Jeff Anderson's the head coach.
Jeff Anderson, head coach of tennis. Come on in, Jeff. You can tell us all about it here.
Yeah, we don't have records like that, but just kind of win-loss. And they're, I know the history's out there, but as far as some of the coaches go, they may be in the basement somewhere.
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
Yep.
All right, so who'd you bring with you today?
Today we have our number 2 singles, Carsen Kramer, and our 3 dubs primarily, Liam Redman.
All right. Either one of you want to go first, or Carsen? You're an old hand at this. You've been here before, so step up here and tell us about. Now, you're number 2 singles. You played number 2 singles all season.
Yeah. Explain the numbers, please.
Yep. Well, there's 1 through 4 in singles, so you have a 1 singles, 2 singles, 3 singles, 4 singles, and then doubles, 1, 2, and 3. Correct?
Yes. Yep.
And you've been 2 singles all year, and you have had just an outstanding year.
Yeah, it's been a good year.
Yeah. What is your overall record?
Ooh.
Coach?
15-3.
Okay.
15-3.
Only 3 losses all year.
Yes, 3 losses all year.
2 of those to Mayo, and one of them the number 1 guy in state. So that's his loss.
So that is pretty outstanding, Carsen. That's a great year, but unbelievable. I know that's got to. Speaking of records, that would have to be the record. I mean, I followed Faribault tennis for 15 years or so, and that record has to be. His record has to be a record, 15-3. So what did you think, Carsen? How'd you amass all those wins? I mean, because you're playing pretty equal competition at number 2.
Yeah, it was definitely playing strategically, like a lot of those jam guys, Mayo guys. Obviously, Mayo are a step up, but East too, and then West. All those guys are really good hitters, so got to have an advantage somehow. So playing really strategically and having the mental game there has helped tremendously, especially against the guys where we have a really close match that really works well.
Yes, because you won matches in the 3rd set tiebreak and everything.
Yep.
So now the number 1 singles, were you just always like a quarter step behind the number 1 singles, or?
Yeah, it's fun. We're able to kind of beat up on each other. So.
And if I remember correctly, you guys are kind of good friends, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
So how do you decide, Coach, who's going to be 1 and 2? They can challenge each other, or how is it?
Yeah, it's kind of basically who beats who. Kind of that's how we set up our lineup, and then throughout the season you can always do challenge matches to move up, and try and be a different position. So we haven't seen a lot of movement over the years. But again, the season's so short and so quick, and the weather this year was not necessarily our friend. So, we were playing a lot of matches with a little bit of practice.
So it's safe to assume, or you should never assume, that he'll be number 1 next year?
Well, we're getting Brandon back also, so it'll be fun to see Brandon and Carsen next year. Just battle it out to see who grabs that 1 spot and 2 spot, and how we fill out the team. So we're only losing 2 seniors.
Wow.
And an exchange student, and then we had 1 kid that's moving away. So we're not losing a lot. So
what was your team record?
Overall, we were 5-11 this year. 1 better than last year. But then we look back 2 years ago, we were like 1-18. So it's a great improvement over the last couple of years.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Coach, but I think 5 wins in a year, that hasn't been done in probably at least 11 years?
Oh, yeah, over 11 years.
Something like that?
Yep, that's how long I've been coaching for the boys, and then, with my son playing and kind of following him, it's at least been another 4 years before that. So
yeah, because 11 years ago, that was in my son Ryder's time and your son Nick's time.
Yep. So the
great.
Doubles.
Yeah, now let's get Liam up here.
Do you get to pick your partner, or does he pick your partner for you?
Jeff picks my partner for me.
Yeah.
And how do you determine that, Coach?
Again, through challenge matches that we have out on the court, we try to see how the chemistry is and just how they kind of work well.
Liam, one person may be better at the net than another, that sort of thing.
Right. Liam primarily played with Mitch Gibbs this year, and the two of them communicated really well, covered the court well, they covered each other. If somebody was at the net, Liam loves the net, Mitch likes the baseline, so they complemented each other really well.
So now, in doubles, though, challenge matches to move up, you kind of have to set the lineup somewhere midpoint in the season, because you don't want to bring new partners together towards the end of the season.
Right. It's best if we can keep it stable, but we weren't as stable as I guess we'd like to have been. But yeah, we were pretty stable throughout the season.
Good. So tell us about your season, Liam. What do you think?
So as being my first year in tennis, I think I went into it. I didn't know if I was going to have fun. I didn't know if I was going to love it or hate it, but I definitely loved it, and I definitely had a lot of fun.
What got you into it for your first year? You're a sophomore, so you got a couple of years left, but What drew you into it for your first year?
So the number one singles is one of my good friends. I played basketball with him, and he got me to join. He wanted me to join last year, and I shut him down, but this year he convinced me, and I was like, I might as well come out because I'm not doing anything in the spring.
And this will help in your basketball, footwork and everything?
Yeah, that's another reason I came out. Yes. It'll definitely help.
So had you played some pickup tennis and stuff before this a little bit?
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit.
So you were a little familiar with the game, but but then you needed some fine-tuning and stuff. So, well, I'd say your first year has worked out pretty darn well, hasn't it?
No, I think I did have a little bit of success, but a lot of growth, and I hope to keep growing over the summer and next year come back even stronger. So
that's far too a mature statement for a sophomore to make. No, if I would have been a sophomore, I would have said, "Yeah, I played good."
So I want you to tell us what makes your partner here. Well, he's not your partner, but he's your teammate. What makes him a good player, and then you do vice versa, if you would.
Sounds good.
What are the strengths of this young man?
Oh, all right. Well, the strengths of Liam, I could go on all day, but I'll limit myself. But yeah, like Coach Jeff was saying, he has very good communication, and then the good net play, the footwork also. You can tell he's definitely moving his feet a lot. His forehand is getting his topspin forehand down, so that's been good.
It's a first-year tennis player.
Yeah, his serve has definitely been getting really well. I know you're working on some slice at the end, weren't you? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, and then that backhand. It's starting to come in.
Two-hand or one hand?
One. I usually do one-hand backhands. That's something I should work on for sure. Yeah. It's coming together.
All right, well, Liam, what do you think about Carsen's game?
Carsen is such a strategic player. It's honestly crazy. Like, he knows where to put the ball at the right time, and like it always seems to work out for him. His backhand is one of my biggest things. Like, if I could have anyone's backhand, I would choose to have Carsen's backhand.
Two-hand?
Yes, two-hand.
It is just, it's crazy. And his hits are really, really good, really solid. His serves are awesome. But I think the biggest thing that stands out to me is definitely his backhand game, because it's very consistent. And to be good.
Second serve as strong as the first?
No.
Something you need to work on, though.
Yes.
That's my problem, too.
Yeah. So, Carsen, I'm going to make a brave assumption here. I'm thinking you probably have a pretty good GPA, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you probably do. So, I see a very intelligent player when they both describe you as strategic and everything. There's a lot of very split-second decisions that are made in tennis, and I can see the strategy part playing out in your game.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
So you want to terminate the points early?
Yeah, well,
that's the strategy, right?
That's always better to do.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we got Mr. Endurance.
Mr. Endurance, yeah, multi-sport, yeah. Liam, do you happen to know your record at three doubles?
I do not. I don't know if Jeff does.
3 and 8.
3 and 8.
Okay. So not bad. Yeah. So what? Now you're a sophomore, Liam.
Yep.
So you'll be back, hopefully.
Yes.
Hopefully. And what other sports do you play?
I'm a basketball player.
Okay. Any others?
Nope. No fall sport for me.
Okay. What's the transition between the two? I mean, I know Gordy mentioned footwork, and that's a very obvious one, because in basketball you got a lot of side-to-side footwork. Mm-hmm. Tennis, you got a lot of side-to-side. Both, you got front-to-back. Mm-hmm. What else kind of transposes between the two?
Besides footwork, nothing really comes to mind. I mean, I feel like with Brandon being on the team, being able to bond with him and grow with him as a teammate, that's always well. Communication is another big thing I see in tennis. It's especially when you're a doubles player.
In doubles,
you need to communicate, and same on the court as basketball. You need to be able to communicate to have a good game and know where you need to be on the court, and I feel like that works with doubles as well.
There's also some instinct in there too.
Yes, as well.
Yeah. Brandon, now your partner, what year was he in tennis?
He joined tennis in 7th grade.
So and what year is he?
He's a sophomore.
He's a sophomore too. So he's at about 3 years then.
Yep.
And it was nice that you guys gelled together, coming together in the first year basically. So that's awesome. Well, Carsen, you're a junior. So you got 1 year left. You and the number one player have 1 year left.
Yeah, he is too.
He's in the same grade as me. He
is. Okay. Yes. You let an underclassman beat you?
Yeah, he's a good player.
He's a good player. Yeah, he is. And I'm not taking anything away from him. Just picking on you a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Carson, any other sports at all?
Yeah, besides tennis, swimming, and cross country.
Swimming and cross country. Wow.
Where do you swim?
Last year mainly swam backstroke towards the end of the year.
You think that helps build you up for tennis?
Yeah, I guess the endurance aspect, yeah, that always helps.
Yep. All right, so what are your summer plans for either one of you? You going to work? You going to just take it off? You going to play a lot of tennis?
Well, I'm a lifeguard at the Faribault Family Aquatic Center. So
cool.
I'm going to be working there. I'm going to be doing a lot of summer basketball, and then I'll also be doing some tennis.
Going to work on his tan.
He's going to work on his tan, yeah, and he can save people's lives at the same time. How about you, Carson? What are you going to do all summer?
Yeah, I guess similar to Liam, I'll be working. I work at the greenhouse at Simple and Grand, so
okay,
be working there.
Are you kind of got a green thumb? You like plants and?
Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, good.
I'm the only guy I know that's killed hostas.
That's
green thumb.
That's very hard to do, Gordy. Kill a hostas.
I'm serious as a heart attack on that.
Yeah, I believe you. I know you're serious.
I killed hostas. Pat Rice, you know Pat?
Yes.
She gave me some hostas. I killed them.
Wow.
I'm not a green thumb.
No. Oh, well, that's all right. We got people like Carson to do that. So. Carson, what are your favorite subjects in school?
Ooh, well, this year I've been taking a lot of business classes at South Central, so yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because you're already in the PSEO or PSOE or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So how many college credits do you have? Any idea?
32.
30 at the end of your junior year, and you have 32 college credits.
Yes.
So you'll probably graduate with about 2 years worth of college credits.
Yep, that's the goal.
At the end of your senior year.
Saves you a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Liam, what's your favorite subject?
I'd have to say definitely history, and then also I took a PSEO class in my first semester, and
so at their age I would have said Fayette.
Yeah, lunch. I would have said lunch. That's my favorite.
But also, those are probably my two favorite subjects.
All right. Okay. So, Coach, we'll wedge you in here, and what do you think of your overall season? I mean, we talked about the most wins in over a decade, and you've got two great players. Well, you've got a lot of great players here because we've talked to some other ones throughout the year. But how would you summarize your year?
Again, overall, we always look for improvement. And this year, I mean, across the board, there was really good improvement. We're looking at our Dubs kind of started to gel midway through the year and have really kind of escalated their play. You know, everyone across the team has done well. So that's where we're looking. Like I mentioned, you know, we're getting 14 of the kids back. You know, hopefully they all come back. So we're at a really good spot to, you know, move into next year and still, you know, continue to improve. And I always look at, you know, as they do well, that's where they get rewarded with the wins.
Yep.
So we're hoping that kind of happens for us next year. Our kind of big thing we're seeing on the horizon that we're a lot of sophomore heavy is that the recruitment. So we really need kids to come out and give tennis a try.
Yeah.
So 7th and 8th graders and even all the way through seniors. But, you know, we're really looking for those younger kids to hopefully, you know, give it a shot and see like how Liam said.
Yeah.
He kind of wish he would have tried it last year. And we hear that a lot, you know, as far as the kids that finally come out, you know, it's like, I wish I would have done it a year or 2 or 3 earlier.
Have they announced the Big 9 Coach of the Year yet?
Yeah, it's the Mayo coach, Jeff Demeray.
How's it not you? You could have repeated.
I know. I tried to bribe him with, you know, loops or something. I don't know. No, he's good. Their program is solid. They're going to state, so they're number 2 right now, and Wayzata is a big one to have them knock off, but they've got a lot of talent down there. So
yeah, and Coach Jeff Anderson here, he has been Big 9 Coach of the Year for both boys and girls tennis. And I think your awards were back-to-back, and, you know, the boys' season and then the summer off, and then it was the girls' season.
Yep.
And so you held both titles of Coach of the Year at the same time.
Yep, last year. So now Jeff and, you know, they seem to figure out Jeff's, so that's all right. There's another Jeff down in Austin, so, you know, there's 3 of us in the conference. So. But also to mention, for Big Nine, Carsen did receive Big Nine Conference Award along with Brandon this year. So
Nice.
both were recognized. So that was nice to tell.
What was the award, Carson?
The Big Nine?
Yeah.
Just a big. It's just a conference mention or something.
Top
like that?
24 players the coaches vote on.
Okay.
So within our conference, they're one of the top 24. So between those two, and then the next 12 are honorable mention, which we didn't have any of those this year. But again, pretty solid for getting 2 for where Faribault's usually been 0. So.
Yeah. Yep. So summer, you're planting. You're saving lives. Okay, and then we'll come back, talk to you in the fall, or no? Basketball's a winter sport, right?
Basketball's a winter sport.
Basketball's a winter sport. So, swimming's a winter sport too. What do you guys do in the fall? Or cross country, yeah.
In the fall, yeah.
Okay, so we can talk to you, Carson, in cross country in the fall, and then you take the winter off.
Winter swimming.
Winter swimming. Jesus, I can't keep these. I can't keep these straight, Gordy.
No.
Yeah, I don't know how the kids do.
I sure hope, it's just my own opinion, that they don't get lacrosse here.
Correct.
Yeah.
There'd be too many sports.
Yeah.
You don't want to stretch them thin, right?
Well,
same thing.
Yeah, they instituted boys volleyball this year, I think, and kind of kicked off the season. But
So have you picked a college yet, Carson?
Not yet. There's a couple that I'm definitely looking at, but haven't picked one.
Like MIT or Princeton or
No, not those.
Harvard, Yale.
No. little
Stanford.
Little too good.
Northwestern.
Yeah, Northwestern's a great one.
Just have your dad get his checkbook out and say, hey, I want to go cross country to this prestigious school.
He's got 2 years already under his belt.
Yeah. Your dad, Keith, he'll take care of it. He'll take care of you. Don't you think?
Well, yeah, I gotta work for it too.
I know you do.
Have you been thinking about college at all?
Yes, of course. My parents have always told me to start thinking about college, and probably the biggest thing for me is the Air Force Academy is definitely something.
Ooh. And look what shirt he's wearing today. Air Force Academy. Wow. Yeah. Tough to get into those academies. That'd be very prestigious.
Yep. They usually have about 1,000 applicants that are accepted a year.
Okay.
So only 1,000. So
yeah.
Out of 10,000 that apply.
Yeah. So very slim pickings in the academies. Yep. But that would be a fantastic achievement to get in, and a fantastic honor.
Yes.
To go there.
Do you want to fly, or what do you think?
Yes, fly. Yep. For sure.
You must be at just about the height maximum for a pilot, aren't you?
No, there's people way taller than you who can fit in an airplane.
Because there is a height requirement in the Air Force, I think, isn't there?
I'm not sure.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought there was a height requirement. I could be wrong.
I think as long as you reach the pedals, you can probably fly an airplane.
Well, no, I was thinking too tall.
Too tall?
I was thinking some people could be too tall.
I think if you get tall enough, it just becomes uncomfortable. That's all.
Okay. Well, I could be wrong. I'm not a military expert, but I just thought there was for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Eyesight's got to be perfect.
Yes, eyesight is a big one.
That's what kind of held me back, because I tried to get in the Air Force.
Did you?
My eyes aren't the best, so.
Okay.
I didn't realize you had to have perfect vision.
Yeah. Well, it helps, I guess.
Well, when you're flying at however many miles an hour, you better.
Yep. Have you started your pilot license? Or?
Yes.
You have?
Yep, I have. Wow.
So I kind of had this feeling, so I thought we'd just go down this road. But so you have started on your pilot's license, or do you have it already?
I don't have it already, so you need to be 17 to get your pilot's license, 16 to solo your first airplane, and I've soloed so far.
Wait, how can you solo at 16 but not get your license till 17?
I don't know. It's just like I'm not probably the right person to ask, but it's just kind of like a...
Seems like you would need the license to fly, but what do I know?
Well, he's got somebody with him.
Yeah.
No, not when you solo. So when you solo at 16...
I mean, it's solo. I mean, there's nobody with you.
Mm-hmm. Nope, nobody with you. But,
wow. And you've done that.
Yep, but here's the difference, now I remember. So when you have your pilot's license, you can take people who don't have their pilot's license with you. So that's the difference between soloing and having your license.
Yeah, but even if you're doing a solo, it means you got a control of the instruments, but there's somebody there to take over if you happen to.
Nope.
But no.
Wow. Nope. You're either one of your parents fly, or how'd you get
into it? My parents are pilots.
Really? Yep. Okay. Well, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Family that flies together stays together.
Stays together. Yep. That's really cool. That is very cool. That's a great aspiration and goal
Might
for the
be
Air
an
Force.
occupation for him in the future. He could be a
Absolutely.
pilot. They're short
Absolutely.
on pilots.
Yeah, I know.
They're short on everything, but yeah, pilots, air traffic controllers, everything. So, well,
TSA
Courtney,
agents.
we got about 4 minutes left. So, Coach, anything you want to kind of wrap up this whole season, put a bow on it?
No, again, it was a great season. It was nice improvement. Everyone, I love the effort out there, the camaraderie. They get together really well, so it's great to see. And I believe they all had fun. That's always the hope and goal at the end of the day. That they enjoyed it, and hearing them talk. And I hope across the board that's everyone on the team. So
Pretty cohesive team this year. They all got along pretty well.
Yep.
And
Yeah. So then this Tuesday we kind of cap it off with our awards night. So that's sort of the end of the season for us then until summer activities, and then we look forward to next spring.
Okay. Well,
People tend to think of tennis as more of an individual sport, but chemistry is important. Obviously in the doubles, but
It is, and it's unfortunate. You see on TV, it's always singles pretty much, and doubles is a great aspect. And there again, that's it's a lifelong sport. You can play forever, and usually you end up that you settle in at doubles, and the social part of it is huge. I think it's out of Denmark or Finland or somebody did a study about just the health benefits of it, and it's not only the exercise but the social.
All that stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
so are you having pizza again for the banquet this year?
We are having pizza again this year.
That's kind of a tradition, isn't it?
It is. We the COVID years kind of said no to gathering and food and all that, so we're finally back in, and we're going to have food and sit down and have a meal. So.
Okay, well, please send me the results from your awards.
Yep.
He's asking you for some pizza.
That too.
Well, maybe that too. Yeah.
I'll leave a box on the front step.
Yeah. Can I just come into the banquet as an honorary former parent or something?
Right.
Yeah.
Faribault Falcon baseball team plays at 1 this afternoon in Stewartville. Stewartville's the number 1 seed in Section 1 AAA. And the fast pitch team, as I mentioned earlier, is in the elimination bracket. They're in the final of the elimination bracket. They will play on Tuesday, and we'll, of course, get you more specifics when we get closer in terms of time and all that. But congratulations to both those teams, and good luck in the postseason. And thanks, gentlemen, for joining.
Yeah, and congratulations on your great year, both of you, and congratulations, Coach, on the great year overall for the team. So thanks for coming in, and we look forward to seeing all three of you again next year.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Sometime
Maybe talk different sports.
We need to broadcast one of their matches. That'd be fun.
Get you out there.
That'd be interesting.
I think it would, too.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'd do it. Just describe what's going on.
Yeah. It takes. You have the talent to do it, though. I've heard you announce football games, baseball games, softball, with volleyball. If you announce volleyball, you could announce tennis.
Well, we'll maybe give it a try. That might be fun.
I think you should. So we're almost drawing the Faribault Coaches Show to a close here. Once again, I'm Royal Ross with G&H Properties, located right in beautiful downtown Faribault, across the street from the post office in the Depot Square building. Full-service real estate firm with association management, residential investment management, sales and leasing, and then a storage division. So if you are looking for a storage facility, stop out. We have a full-time storage person out at our Hewlett Avenue location, which is just down the street from Mercury and Bliss Ford. So stop out there, talk to Caitlin, and she'll get you set up with any storage units that you would need.
Have a great Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, enjoy the Memorial Day weekend, and check out the parade on Monday. Monday around 9:30, I believe, is the parade. Check that out, folks. Thank you very much for listening.
Our Kenyan